We're live. Hey, Fiona, there's an invite. We want you to join us.
Yes.
So, hello and welcome to Friday night. This is not ladies' night. It is a live reading from women.
It is story time.
It is story time.
Yeah.
Well, okay. The alcohol's already hitting you.
No, I was only getting the. I was gonna try to go for a reading rainbow joke, and didn't realize it would sound gay. So no, we're not going for gay.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm going to be reading you some dirty stories.
Oh God!
Yeah, we need that butterfly to flit around.
You know, shit. If I had known better, I would have used that.
Well, we can do it next time.
No, Psycho Stick covered Reading Rainbow.
Well, we just started. Very few people's in the chat. Do you want to go find it?
Yeah, I'm actually going to our announcements right now on Discord. Like, where is everybody?
Yeah. Go find Psycho Stick's Reading Rainbow.
Yeah, there's only 11 people. What the fuck? Okay, start talking about lewd stuff. That always gets people to tune in.
Titties.
How are those titties?
Mine are very firm, but they are still constrained. My bra is about 20 minutes from tapping out tonight.
Let me tell you, all that whole thing, about the big boobs being like too heavy and shit. Not if your wife does chest exercises.
No, they're not too heavy. It's just,
They stand right up if she does chest exercises every day.
My bra, like everybody else, only wants to work 8 hours a day, and then it taps out.
Hey, did you know that cat can do that boob thing where she flexes her muscles and makes them dance?
Yeah, I can do that.
Seriously. It's really distracting. It makes me stop thinking for a few minutes.
I used to be able to do that, and then I had a kid.
Oh, shit.
Because, gravity really does kick in.
Oh, if you have a kid?
Well,
the milk's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's super heavy. Like, I went up 2 bra sizes when I was breastfeeding. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like mammary where it's only a certain weight.
No.
Milk's heavier than mammary. Okay, I get it.
Well, just think of, if you take that half gallon that we get for you and just have that hanging off of your chest.
Yeah, okay. I could see how that would cause saggage. Okay, well, as we wait for people to show up, I am going to download the Reading Rainbow song from Psycho Stick, and hopefully I won't get booted off the air. The other thing I was going to bring up, and this is just an aside, Tim Pool said some stupid shit about nuclear war and weapons today.
Jesus Christ.
I stopped listening to him like a year ago. That guy just needs to shut the fuck up.
So what's Chicken Little saying now?
Well,
is he saying that his chickens are going to save him from nuclear annihilation?
He did talk about his chickens. Yes, he did.
Fuck.
He should just make himself a feather suit,
But no, he was talking about nuclear war and nuclear weapons like he was an expert, and talking about strategy and how it would be used. And I was like, okay. I'm going to actually pull this. I'm ripping this from the internet. It's only about 11 minutes long. I'm unleashing Ralts on this video.
Oh, dear God.
We're going to do this. I'm going to unleash Ralts on this fucking thing. And we're going to get a rant.
On Monday?
Well, maybe Monday. But remember, we've got to read everyone's reviews because people have been submitting their reviews.
Well, yeah, but, I need this in my life. I need Ralts to rip Tim a new one.
That would, you know what? We should read reviews and then unleash the fury.
Yeah, as like the final curtain on that episode.
Because let me tell you guys, for tonight we are doing a live reading of ROBOMANCER by Richard Steele.
Yes.
And let me tell you guys, the I think 11 of you who have written reviews, I've got to applaud each and every one of you. Your reviews are fucking hilarious. They're as funny as the damn book is. Honestly, they're so damn funny that in the next one, I think I'm going to actually publish the reviews from the first book so people can see them. They were so damn funny.
That would be great.
And Ralts' review did finally make it up.
It did? I need to see that shit.
So I must commend our audience. Wolf rescheduled his show just for this.
Oh, sweet Wolf.
You know, they both have a chicken named Camilla that they seemed obsessed with. And I'm not making that up.
Yeah, but Gonzo's always cheating on his Camilla.
Is he?
It's implied, yes. Or at least Camilla is extremely jealous. So, it's probably mutual.
So-
like when he was dancing with Lolita, that Rhode Island Red.
Okay, and the third of the triumvirate is here. We got Fiona. Now, we're not expecting Fiona to do a live reading because we didn't she hasn't been warned.
She hasn't been fluffed.
But hey,
that, and I managed to get out of work somewhat on time today.
Yay!
but we wanted you on board for this because you've got a special loathing for these kinds of romance torso books that I'm making fun of. Yeah, see.
I hear your pain.
And I don't know. You heard
think it's better than mine.
you heard the premise, right? Where essentially Richard Steele. Sorry. Richard Steele fed in back of the book descriptions from real romance and erotica novels, and then co-wrote with the AI whatever the hell the AI came up with.
And the AI came up with pain.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Janelle, talk about your experience reading it today.
Okay, so I finally got a chance to start reading it today, and I was in the parking lot waiting to pick up my kid from school, so I had about a half an hour to kill. And I had the windows down because it was a nice day. It's Southern California. And I'm reading Raiders of the Lost Virgin. And it is so fucking absurd that I start cackling. And parents start looking over at me like I'm insane. And the whole time I'm reading this, I hear it in Kat's moron voice. The whole time. It is fucking gold. So yes, and then I read the second one. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the chick that's delusional. And that one I didn't laugh at, not because it wasn't funny, but the chick was so delusional that I couldn't laugh. I was just shocked at this weirdo's behavior.
Well, I told you how that one was done. Is that every time the AI tried to dive into a romance, kind of dirty, sexy scene where they start going at it, I'd let the AI write that, and then bam, it was a fantasy, and I'd force it to stop doing that.
That was awesome because some of those fantasies got out of control. But yeah, that was a great one because the chick is just so delusional. Now I'm on the third one. And so far it's very funny. But I'm not going to spoil anything. Well, I mean, I can. I just say I got to the point where Vlad Tepes offers Annie a beer.
Oh, that is the Brewery of the Undead.
Yeah, yes. Brewery of the Undead.
Dracula has a brewery.
As you do.
Yes, as Dracula would, in fact. So, the Reading Rainbow thing's taking forever to download. So why don't we just get down to business? But before we do, how you doing, Fiona?
Pretty good. I'm losing my mind every single day, but you know what? That comes with the territory.
Retail?
Yep. Every time I think I get ahead, it's like, no, we're going to torpedo your plans.
Oh.
My boss keeps saying, you can say no, but it's like, the thing is, my parents instilled the darn Depression era work ethic in me to where they're like, but what if you don't get enough hours next week? I'm like, crap.
So that's where your work ethic comes from. That's why you actually have written so much.
Well, writing's actually fun in comparison to work. Yes, even though for the most part I have really good coworkers, like there's like a death of 1,000 needles when it comes to retail. It's like 9 times out of 10, us employees can't do anything to help you customers because supply issues, we don't control that. Pricing issues, we don't control that. If you want to shop somewhere with cheaper prices, go somewhere where it's actually cheaper. We're a convenience set up.
Retail's just hell. What can I say? So, okay, 17 people are here. Let me explain what we're going to do. Okay. As we've been promoting all week, our good friend, romance writer Richard Steele, finally has just said, screw it. He's released a book. Now, should we release? Let me read the prologue so that you all understand what Richard did. Hello, dear readers. I'm Richard Steele. By now, I'm sure you've guessed that's not my real name. It's an alias I've created for this special little project. I'm actually a best-selling romance writer who has been in the business for over 20 years. If you're a fan of supernatural romance or light erotica, chances are you've read at least one of my books. The book you're reading now, though, it's something a little different. Lately, there's been a lot of talk about artificial intelligence putting us legit romance writers out of a job. Programs like Deep Story, SaaSbook, AI Writer, and Writer have more than a few of my colleagues worried, and plenty of New York publishers fantasizing about no longer needing to pay human beings to write books. So I thought I'd put this cutting-edge technology to the test. I began feeding the AI back of book descriptions from real romance novels with just enough modification to keep things fresh. These were Twilight by Stephanie Myers, His Human Nanny by Michelle Mills, Bowing to His Will by Nadia Nightside, Claimed, a sci-fi alien romance by Presley Hall, Sold to the Baby Maker by Luna Voss, and In Hate with My Boss by Lexi Calder. Then it was... It did stuff.
It jumped.
Then it was up to the AI to cook up a story. But wait, life is never so easy for us human writers. Editors and publishers force ridiculous plot twists and last-minute changes on us all the time. Why shouldn't an AI have to face the same trials and tribulations us real writers do? So I started shuffling the parameters at random, introducing new characters, plot complications, and adding arbitrary scenes based on what's popular at the moment. Or as one editor told me once, vampires are hot right now. Add a vampire to your story. So the AI got the same abuse. How did Skynet handle it? Well, my friends, read and laugh. I doubt the Matrix will be penning any real romance stories anytime soon. P.S. All the art in this book is generated by AI and it's terrible. Because, yes, it does have artwork included.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, Janelle's been reading it. She saw it.
Well,
I will start reading tomorrow, evening, just because, again, work torpedoed what would have been a lovely 3-day weekend.
Oh,
So-
no.
Oh, that sucks.
Yarr.
Tonight, Janelle and Kat are going to be reading selected stories, short ones, from this book. But first, the theme.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, reading a rainbow. I can go anywhere. Friends to know, and ways to grow, or reading a rainbow. I can be anything. Take a look, it's in a book, reading a rainbow. Reading a rainbow.
Books can open a whole imaginary world for you, kids. Amazing adventures in far-off worlds. But you don't have to take my word for it.
Da-da-da.
So, Kat,
Yes.
are you ready to read The Raiders of the Lost Virgin?
Oh, I've been looking forward to it all day.
Now I
Now
get
the-
to hear it for real.
Now,
By better writing than Hollywood.
yeah, it kind of is.
Oh, that's
Now,
sad.
the thing is the way the AI works is you have to feed it a prompt, and then it'll churn out some material, and then you give it some advice. You write some in to guide it, and then it'll churn out more material. Then you write your own stuff in to guide it. So it's kind of like volleyballing it back and forth. You're actually co-writing with the AI.
We're coaching
You
it.
mean it already has an advantage over Laurel K. Hamilton?
Yes. hey, I told you, book 2. You and I are going to brutalize one of her stories with this thing.
Oh, dear
And
God.
now that the book has sold 108 copies,
Mhm.
yeah, I'm kind of flabbergasted that it sold 108 in 2 days. Actually, I'm 3 days. It's like I kind of like, Yeah, fuck you. You know, it
You
took
do
a
10
week.
times better than traditional publishing.
Yeah, it took a week for Scars to sell that much.
Yeah, but Scars doesn't have Nookie.
Yeah, that's true. So let's start by reading the prompt, Kat. Now, you don't have to read the idiot voice here. This is a normal voice.
James does not do naughty things with Max.
No, hell no.
Okay. The prompt. Hot college girl Alice has had a crush on an archaeologist Nolan Slate for as long as she can remember. Slate is a world traveler with boyish good looks and a devil-may-care attitude. When an opportunity finally arises that Alice can join Slate on one of his expeditions, she is overjoyed. Her deepest hope is to announce her undying love to Slate and hopefully snuggle up to his masculine frame with her nubile body before the end of the trip. Alice is a modest, shy girl and has never been intimate with anyone. Alice wants more than anything for Slate to be her first. She wants to have his babies, together with a sexy female mercenary Ivanova and an icy but beautiful professor, Miss Chen. Slate and Alice will travel to a snowy mountain range in Asia to investigate rumors of an ancient fertility temple. All right,
That is the prompt.
that is the prompt.
We're already getting giggles.
I'm sorry. Do you want me to mute?
No, it's okay. I think the laughter is good, actually.
Do you have the image that goes with this story, or are you going to keep it with the cover art?
I think I should keep it with the cover art.
Okay, can do.
But
The adventure
all right.
that no one ever saw coming.
Exactly.
And of course, this is a dramatic
A
reading.
dramatic reading, yes.
You know, very Shakespearean in nature, very, very highbrow and cultural. You know, I wish I could do Diana Rigg right now, like with mystery, but you know, you'll have to suffice with my normal voice. All right.
Oh, wait, quickly. Draco, yes, I did sell 108 of these in less than a week. But keep in mind, I sold it for 99 cents because I didn't feel right charging actual money for it. So I made like barely any money on it. I mean, I put the price as low as possible because I didn't feel like it was right to charge any more for this thing.
By the way, anybody out there who hasn't picked it up yet, who is maybe on the fence,
It's free until midnight.
Yeah, it's free until midnight. So if you're liking what you're hearing, please, hit that link and get yourself a copy.
All right.
Okay. Excuse me. May 2nd, 2022. Dear Diary, darn it. This is just getting worse. It's bad enough I have to share Nolan with that ice queen, Miss Chen. But today we met this Ivanova lady, and she's like super hot. She looks like one of those slutty Russian spies in all of those James Bond movies. You know, the blonde hair and the great big boobs and the seductive German accent. I'm sorry, I can't read that part without laughing. She's Russian with a German accent. It's typical. How the heck am I supposed to compete with that? She's also so bossy and arrogant. She acts like she knows all about hiking and mountain climbing and safety stuff. I can just tell Nolan wants her because he spends all day talking about maps and junk and hikes up to the temple, and he barely talked to me at all. Instead, I had to help Miss Chen organize our hiking gear. Boring. I swear, all Miss Chen cares about is archaeology and stuff. She's never even heard of Beyonce. What a lame loser. I'm already so sick of this trip. Why can't I have self-confidence like Ivanova? Why can't I just scream to the world that I love Nolan?
And these are the days of our lives. Oh no.
Okay.
June 5th, 2022. Dear Diary, damn it, I hate this trip. It's not fair. I'm sick of all this hiking and all this boring archaeology nerd stuff. Nolan barely talks to me. I've never been so bored on a vacation. I thought this would be my big chance to get into Nolan's pants, but alas, he cares more about some dumb temple. I want to go back home right now. The worst part is Nolan talks all the time to Nolan, I suggest we take the north route. The weather is too harsh for the direct path. God, what a slut. I hate her. I wish I could wake Nolan up to my needs. I'm a young virgin who wants to give him my precious gift, and he doesn't care.
She could sacrifice that to Anita Blake. Anita Blake takes everybody's essence and just whips it out.
June 6th, 2022. Dear Diary, today we were attacked by a pack of wild wolves. I couldn't believe it. Miss Chen did all this karate stuff and kicked the wolves' butt. And then Ivanova pulled out a shotgun and killed more of them. And all I could do is run and scream and cry. After killing them all, Ivanova bit the head off of one of the live wolf pups and laughed like a mad woman. And Miss Chen pulled the guts out of a wolf and strangled it to death with the long ropey part of the guts. It was so gross. But then something wonderful happened. Afterwards, Nolan rushed to comfort me, and he held me in his arms, telling me everything would be okay and that the wolves were dead. It was so hot. I wanted to jump his bones right then and there, but I was too shy. Then he told me we would all eat wolf for dinner. I felt so special. I swear we were about to kiss. Then that bitch Ivanova had to wreck everything. She and Miss Chen showed up and told me to help skin the dead wolves. Ew, gross. Darn it, I wanted to die. This has got to be the worst trip ever. Every time I think I'm going to get my chance with Nolan, something goes wrong.
Valley Girl versus the Wilderness.
But by the way, I would like to reiterate, the wolves was the AI's idea.
So is the whole violence shit about ripping the wolf cub's head off and strangling. And
Yeah, the AI came up with that.
actually, most of that's the AI.
God. Oh, I like the biting the live wolf pup's head off.
Yeah, the AI did that. It's like, what the fuck?
It's like,
This
this is
section brought to
great.
you by PETA.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Woo!
June 7th, 2022. Dear Diary, it's been a day since the attack of the wolves. After eating wolf, I kind of wonder what rabbits and squirrels taste like. Just the thought made me super hungry and excited about dinner. And the three of us decided to have rabbit for lunch. Then we set up camp and we ate our lunch. I found out how horrible the little animals taste. They were rough and chewy and dry, not to mention they smelled awful and didn't even come close to tasting like bacon or sausage. Oh yeah, we found the old temple Nolan was looking for. Well, actually, we found the cave where the temple is inside, but just set up camp outside the cave. Tomorrow, Nolan and Miss Chen and Ivanova are going to go inside the cave and explore the temple. I volunteered to stay behind and watch our camp because I said I wanted to be helpful, but really, I'm just scared of the dark. Please, God, tomorrow when they go into the cave, protect Nolan and make sure he comes back okay. Also, make it so Miss Chen and Ivanova have a horrible accident and die. Then I can comfort Nolan and make my move.
Dating 101 by a psychopath.
Okay. June 8th, 2022. Dear Diary, I hate this stupid cave. I mean, why care about ancient tombs? Yummy Nolan went down into that spooky cave this morning with Ivanova and Miss Chen, and they haven't come back yet. And it's almost lunchtime. Now I have to cook my own lunch. This is such poop. Worst vacation ever. I'm starving and I want someone else to feed me and take care of me like when I spent spring break in Vegas. Inside all I had for lunch was wolf meat sandwiches and I didn't even have mayonnaise. This trip is the worst. Okay, so hours have passed and the sun is going down now and nobody has come back yet. Not Nolan, not Ivanova, not even that bitchy Miss Chen. Maybe God did kill them just like I prayed, but even so, where is Nolan? I pray for Nolan Nolan to come back and take my virginity. Gosh, this is sure getting dark, and I forgot how to work the lantern.
Suddenly, we are cutting away to heavy breathing and a guy in a mask. Oh no.
That would have been a good thing to throw in, actually.
I hope Nolan didn't get lost in that big cave and fall and crack his head open on a rock. Oh no! Or what if they're like cave wolves in there? Oh, I hope Nolan comes back soon so I can make my move. I'll have him in my tent, in my bed, in my young virgin body. Just the thought of it makes me so horny. I think I'm going to have to rub another one out. Be right back, diary. Okay, I'm back. As horny as I am, I must admit it was hard to come with it being so dark and scary out here. Darn it, where are you, Nolan? What happened to your pretty face and big, strong arms? I need your hotness now. I'm not letting any man touch me until I get the chance to make my move and jump your bones, Nolan. Please be okay. You're so beautiful. Don't let anything happen to you, my love.
Meanwhile, everyone touches Anita Blake at one point or another.
She is kind of the supernatural bicycle, isn't she?
This is almost as inane as Olivia Munn.
Everyone is her sloppy seconds. Everyone.
Oh.
Ew. Anyway,
June 9th, 2022. What the heck? They still haven't come back yet. I had to make my own breakfast. It's totally lame. I mean, I am so sick of wolf sandwiches again. Oh, poop. And now it's raining. Now I'm surely going to get sick. Oh no, and I've got an itchy rash on my privates and on my inner thighs. I think it's from all the fur skin we took off the dead wolves. Oh my God, I think I can hear them. Their voices are echoing out of the cave. They're back. Oh, I'm so happy. Be right back, diary.
excuse me.
You need to take a breath.
I need a drink.
You need a shot.
No, actually, shots are in
And
the other
so
room. I
we
just
take an
need liquid.
intermission. But yes.
Okay.
What will come out of the cave?
Yes, they're coming out of the cave now.
Okay. This is totally weird. Nolan, Miss Chen, and Ivanova are back, but they're different now. This can't be real. I know it is. I can feel it. Miss Chen looks like she's totally high on E and is dressed like this shimmering sheer white gown that shows off, well, everything. And I mean everything. Did you know she shaves down there? Well, I know now. She also has totally toned legs and muscled hips. Damn, she's so fit. Like she does aerobics nonstop or something. Even totally high, she still is bitchy on top of all of it. Sorry.
Oh no, she's now taking alpha bitch mode. Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And Ivanova, she's all dressed in some kinky leather bikini outfit with crotch and boob spikes. I knew she was buff, but damn, that girl works out. I feel vulnerable and afraid just looking at her. I think she wants to kick my ass. But it's Nolan who freaks me out the most. He's totally naked, like wearing no clothes at all. I've never seen a naked man before except on TV or on the internet or in a magazine or something. And here he is, right here, standing in front of me, and I so want to jump his bones or something, but he doesn't even notice me. I wonder if I should make him a wolf meat sandwich. That'll show him I like him, right?
Oh, I've got voices to do.
Why? He said to me with a smirk. All I could do is just stare at his gorgeous body. Then he walked up to me.
You miss us?
His voice sounded so friendly, but he's so drugged up I don't know what mood he's in. So I just nod. I missed you, baby.
What?
I missed you, baby. It's good to see you again. What happened? I asked him.
worry about it, Alice. Just let me take that sweet virginity of yours. Then he reached down and grabbed my hand and took me into the nearby tent. Once inside, he turned me around. I gasped as he undid my belt and zipper and then yanked my dress up and over in my head, exposing my tiny pink thong panties underneath. The ones that were stitched with the word Monday. It's not Monday, he said with a smirk. How naughty. Then he kissed me hard on the lips and grabbed my butt cheeks with both hands, and he pulled me close to him with his muscular arms as we kissed deeply again. He then pushed me onto the cot, and we immediately started totally macking. It was just like that scene in Titanic, only more romantic because we were both totally horny and naked and stuff.
Oh, no. Mercifully, it cuts away from parts of the scene, which Anita Blake never does.
No.
Never.
Oh, no, she does not. Oh. Anyway. I was so in love with him that I ripped my thong off and shoved it into his mouth. He made a face, but I'm sure whatever my undies tasted like, they would be better than wolf sandwiches. On second thought, maybe not.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Wait.
I got to go back up.
Yeah. Then a bunch of sexy stuff happened. Then he called out for Miss Chen and Ivanova to help out. Miss Chen walked in and started pulling my hair. Then Ivanova started spanking me because I was a dingbat who needed a good beating. Whatever. Long as I had Nolan to myself, I was happy. Then we all smoked crack.
All right, then. Still a better love story than Anita Blake.
Yes.
Then we all smoke crack.
It is better. It is better. Afterwards, we all sat around the fire, totally whacked out on drugs. Nolan hugged me and looked me in the eye. The first time is always special, isn't it? He whispered softly in my ear. I nodded and we kissed passionately again. Then we played Monopoly until the sun came up.
Oh, no. Wait, that's only do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
Okay, one more paragraph and then we're done. June 11th, 2022. Dear Diary, I woke up with a huge grin on my face. I feel so incredibly satisfied. After last night, I finally know for sure that Nolan isn't gay. I also discovered crack is a hell of a drug. I've never been so happy.
Anita Blake doesn't care if you're lesbian or gay. She will put you under her control. Oh, God, no. No.
Well, there you go. That's the first story in ROBOMANCER.
Yeah.
Co-written
No,
by
really.
an AI.
Oh. Allow anybody to have preferences. Nope. You're either her way or the highway, or you're dead. Ah,
So, Fiona, how does that compare to Anita Blake?
at least that's funny. Anita Blake is not funny. You keep praying that she gets eaten by something, but she never does.
Ugh. Well, no, she's eaten by things, just not the way we want.
Not digested properly, no. Like I was praying when Loka Hamilton had her go to Florida that gators would eat her. Like, no, it didn't happen.
We
A
can
lot of
dream,
creepy shit
we can
happened
dream.
based on what I could read in the store, but oh Lord, it's like a train wreck.
So, what are some choice comments from our audience here?
Samuel says, I would rather go mountaineering than play Monopoly.
And the other is LK says we left on a cliffhanger.
Mm.
Remember, this book is free right now till midnight on Amazon.
Yes.
So just letting you know.
Hey, Wolf has a response to that. What's her name being fed to gators?
Anita
Anita.
would give them indigestion.
Oh, and more than that, she has about 50,000 magical STDs.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, so glad I don't read those books.
Yes, you are. You really are.
Yeah.
Iron Cast Knight. There may have been space on the door for both of them, but if this character was already on it, I'd take the cold embrace of the sea too. Ugh. Yeah.
Oof.
Elias, oh my god, what did I just read? Was hoping something horrifying to happen at the end, but turned out funny.
I think the link is in the description. Let me check.
Yes, it is. But I will link it again.
Yes, the link is indeed in the description to get it free on Kindle.
Yes.
So, Janelle, you're ready to read one.
Sure. Let me just say that I have not read this story before, everyone, so this is all new for me too.
Would you rather read Brewery of the Dead since you've read some of that one?
Oh no, I'll do the vegan electric toothbrush. Why not?
Oh,
It'll be
okay.
fun.
Lord.
Yeah. Okay. So regular voice for prompt?
Yeah.
Okay. Prompt. I'm Shirley Sandbag, a fit and whip-smart young woman in her mid-20s with natural good looks and the cutest curly brown hair. Last week, I was just your average hardworking CEO climbing the corporate ladder on my way to breaking the glass ceiling. Then out of the blue, I was kidnapped by pirates. And not just any kind of pirates, an intergalactic space pirate from an alien planet. They zapped me out of my upscale Manhattan apartment and flew me to a strange barbarian world called Planet Zonkor. Now I'm being auctioned off to an alien warlord named Bojangles. I'm sorry.
Bojangles, Bojangles.
Hey!
That's the perfect name for a dog.
Oh, wow. Okay. Where was I? Oh, yeah. Now he says I'm destined to have his alien babies. How could things get any worse? I don't want to be a mom. I don't want to have a baby. I'm Shirley Sandbag, a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. But on planet Zonkor, everybody is sexist. It's ruled by big, muscular warlords who battle for the right to impregnate human females. As a sexy, fertile young woman, all Chief Bojangles, Jesus, that's going to be hard to get there.
Bojangles.
Bojangles wants for me is to make babies. He doesn't respect my mind. And let me tell you about Chief Bojangles. He is tall and huge and frighteningly strong. His iron will and ruthlessness has allowed him to dominate his rivals and claim all their women. And now Bojangles can't take his eyes off me. He says he's going to claim my womb with his giant barbarian cudgel and fill me with all of alien seed. All right.
Still a better.
I don't know
love
if I can do
story
a moron
than
voice.
Oh, I don't know if you should do a moron voice because she's a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. You know,
Okay.
she's a corporate.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
It all started off when I found myself on the auction block in a grim and grimy slave market. There I was stripped naked, standing next to Jesus. I said that right as my mom's caregiver walked by.
Suddenly he turns and says,
As you can see, she's trying not to laugh. Oh, shit. Okay, let me start again. It all started when I found myself on the auction block in a grim and grimy slave market. There I was, stripped naked, standing next to 4 other women, while hugely muscled warlords leered at us. What scared me the most is I was by far the most attractive of all the bunch, and all the warlords were obviously lusting after me. They were like predators, all vying to see who could best claim me as property. Sometimes it really was a curse being so naturally beautiful. And then, out of the corner of my eye, I saw the most gorgeous, most masculine man in the room staring at me. I was shocked. I was mesmerized. He was a big, muscular, and insanely hot man. His body looked like it was carved out of marble. His eyes were so intense and piercing, they made me feel like he could read my thoughts. I wasn't sure what to do, so I just stood there nervously, trying not to make eye contact with anyone. Yet I could feel his eyes on me. Who is the hunky guy staring at me? I asked the girl next to me. She was a short, plump little thing, but she had an attitude to match. He's the biggest, Strongest, meanest, and most handsome of all the warlords on planet Zonkor, she told me. They call him Chief Bojangles, and I totally want him to
Bojangles?
own me.
Bojangles. Would Lord Bojangles like his curry now?
Oh, good luck, I snickered. With a perfect 10 like me standing here, I don't think he'll even notice you. You think so, huh? The girl said with an arrogant smile. I say he's definitely paying attention to me. Yeah, right, I said with a laugh. He so totally wants me. I'm Shirley Sandbag, a strong, independent woman who don't need no man. And that's the kind of woman all men want. Well, if that's what you think, you're a fool, the plump girl laughed. I'm a loving and caring woman who will be a wonderful mother to his children. That's why he'll pick me. I laughed and shook my head. You're just a silly little girl who thinks she's going to get lucky. I looked longingly at Chief Bojangles. He was such a dreamboat. He had long blonde hair, a big square chin, and a chiseled jaw that made him look hotter than any other barbarian in the room. And he was totally ripped. In fact, his chest, arms, thighs, and biceps were rock hard and bulging like crazy. And the armadillo under his loincloth was so huge, it honestly scared me. That somehow deep down, I knew that despite his barbaric exterior, that Bojangles was strong enough to be gentle with a woman. Suddenly, trumpets sounded. Then, as if on cue, the intergalactic pirate who kidnapped me jumped onto the auction block. Good evening, everybody. Welcome. My crazy midnight madness sale. I've got deals, deals, deals. So amazing, you'd have to be an insane lunatic to pass them up. Who here is ready to bid on these beautiful women? He shouted into the unruly crowd. Look, friends, I know you're looking for more than slave wives. We all are. And you all know I find the best women in the universe. The exotic slaves I sell are the frickin' best, baby. The frickin' best. For I am the amazing Chuck Pirate, slaver extraordinaire. Jesus.
Wait, did it Chuck? Chuck the pirate?
Chuck Pirate. This all got spit out by the AI for real? Holy shit.
A lot of it did. I mean, I sprinkled in some stuff.
But Chuck Pirate was the AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Keep in mind, I kept feeding it stuff to confuse it.
Oh, no, it's definitely confused. What kind of deal? A voice called out from the crowd. Chuck laughed. Deals like this, total hottie. Shirley Sandbag, and she's a wild, untamed beauty from the primitive planet called Earth. It's called
Okay, I did
Earth.
that.
Oh, that's what, okay.
But yeah,
It's called Earth, you dumb ass, I corrected him. I don't care as long as you fetch me a good price. Chuck glared at me with his glowing green eyes. I didn't like that he wasn't taking my correction seriously, so I decided to take matters into my own hands and give him a little attitude. Good price? What does it matter if I fetch a good price? I challenged him. You're just a stupid pirate and I'm not for sale. The crowd roared with laughter. It was so humiliating. I swear, if only I weren't in chains, I would have kicked his ass. I didn't care if Pirate Chuck was 7 feet tall and held an electro whip in his hand. I could take him. I practice yoga every day.
Oh no, fear the non-existent yoga pants. Oh
I was
no.
gonna say, what is she gonna do? Downward dog him?
Exactly.
it put in the yoga.
As a martial artist, I'm offended. Okay. She's a feisty little thing, ain't she? You should see her down dog. She can be a handful if you're not careful. Chuck then leered at my body, causing me to shudder with fright. And I just got a text. Sorry, I'm reading it off my phone.
Okay.
He pointed at my bare, perfect breasts and flat stomach. But look at these. She's worth the trouble, he cackled, causing me to feel so angry inside. I've had enough of your bullcrap, Pirate Chuck. Leave me alone. I already have a boyfriend. Everyone laughed at me. So humiliating. I think not, Chuck growled back. And besides, I don't need a man to have babies. Alien seed does just fine for me. But this isn't about me. It's all about you. Now let the bidding begin.
Yes, apparently Chuck Pirate gets pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know if I was
no.
reading that right or not. I'm like, am I supposed to be reading her or him?
No, that's what it wrote.
Oh no!
I had
It's
the
that
same
kind of
thing when I was
alien.
reading it, going, "Wait a minute."
On this episode of Star Trek,
Yeah.
Bojangles came forward, and the crowd parted before him as though they were a river parting the way for Moses. I'll tame the spirited wench, he laughed. I bid 20 Zambaras for her. 20 Zambaras! Who dares go higher? Chuck called out to the crowd. 20 Zambaras! 20 Zambaras! Oh, wait, whoops, wrong character, sorry. 20 Zambaras, 20 Zambaras, how dare he? I didn't know how much 20 Zambaras was worth, but in this alien economy, I was surely worth 1,000,000 times more. I'll go higher, somebody shouted from the crowd. I'll bid 50 Zambaras for this wench. 50 Zambaras! Who dares go higher? Chuck bellowed with laughter. I'll bid 100 Zambaras, another voice called out. This couldn't be happening. And yet another shouted out for 100 Zambaras. 100 freaking Zambaras! I grimaced in disgust as the other warlord's howls bit out. Then Chief Bojangles spoke. You found us a real winner here, Pirate Chuck. I can tell this gorgeous and most beautiful woman with great legs and perfect breasts really believes she needs no man. And she's right. She needs no man. What she needs is the only real man. Me, Mr. Bojangles.
Bojangles, Bojangles.
It gets better. And as you can see, I have the biggest plow in the room. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep this. Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Mr. Plow.
The chief thrust his huge flesh torpedo under his loincloth for all to see. I can't keep a straight voice. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. It was like a sledgehammer crossed with a baseball bat, and I swear he was trying to intimidate me with it. Well, I was intimidated. Fortunately, he hadn't yet outbid the current high bidder, a green-skinned warlord named Crankor with a beer gut. Crankor had bid 2,000 Zambaras on me, and I was pretty sure I could handle the green guy. Then Chief Bojangles growled, I bid 50,000 Zambaras for the wench. Chief Bojangles has spoken, the slaver shouted to the crowd, and so the price is 50,000 Zambaras for the lovely but spirited Shirley. Oh, shit. The auctioneer pounded on a gavel and boomed. So it's all settled. The new property of Chief Bojangles has just been purchased. Chief Bojangles tossed me over his shoulder and carried me off. He was like a giant caveman who had just found a new cave wife. He marched us towards his giant war fortress. The hall was lined with gilded hammocks and lounge chairs. Overhead, the catwalks jutted out, and we were lined with guards. The whole place smelled of leather and stale beer and sweat. The air was thick with the smell of fear and anticipation. Men were all around us trying to get close enough to touch me without being noticed by Chief Bojangles and his guards. They were all treating me like a piece of meat. Where are you taking me, Mr. Bojangles? I screamed. I'm taking you to my private love tower, he grunted in response. My slaves built it to honor the thunderous might of my plow. Fuck.
There's not enough alternate energy in the world to power that tower. Whee!
I looked up at the love tower, and it was shaped, well, wrong. Is that what your trouser plow looks like? Ain't that something? He bragged with a squeeze of his unit. I don't know. I think it might be a little misshapen. Foolish earth girl. My tool is not misshapen, he grumbled back at me. It's just different, and that means it's special. I call my own special misfit misfire. Wait, what the? I call it my own special misfit misfiring equipment, but you can just call it Bojangles Jr.
The computer wrote that.
Oh my god!
Wow. Tongue twisters. I love it.
Misfit misfiring equipment.
Yes.
Okay. If he wanted to insult himself, that was his business, I thought. With that, we entered through two huge steel doors that led up several flights of stairs. At the top, we arrived at the chief's private love chamber. It was actually pretty nice for a war fortress. It had walls made of stone and painted with murals depicting exotic scenes of gladiator orgies and other such delights. There were baths filled with hot water for bathing in, and there were tables set up for eating on, and there were chairs arranged for sitting on. Servants served various beers and liquors from a large serving cart full of delicious foods. It was like a gladiatorial buffet. Then Chief Bojangles threw open another door and chucked me onto a cast iron bed covered in spiked leather. He had a canopy of thick wasp leopard fur and 4 enormous pillows stuffed with moonbat silk, and the most gigantic, softest bedspread ever seen, like a snowstorm of fluffy thumbtacks. I could have stayed there all night.
Better than Giza sheets of earth.
Hold on, I need a drink of beer.
Yeah.
Do you want some Giza sheets?
I just like that. A
Yeah.
snowstorm of fluffy thumbtacks.
Thumbtacks.
But Chief Bojangles had other plans for me, plans that didn't include sleep at all. He climbed on top of me in his giant barbarian loincloth and smiled at me with his jagged yellow teeth. Now just you lie back there and let me do what I do best, make you feel good. He took off his loincloth and tossed it aside, revealing his mighty plow for all to see. Don't you dare! I'll bite it off, I spat in his face. But that'll hurt my feelings, he protested.
Don't you realize my alien DNA makes me more durable?
That'll hurt my feelings.
That'll hurt my feelings, he protested. At first, I thought he was joking, but then I saw his eyes. He was serious as a heart attack. He was like a kid who had just been told he couldn't go to Disneyland anymore. I'll bite it off, I laughed in his face. I'll chomp your wiener like a used doctor.
Now, please take a moment for intermission. 5, 4. Ah!
Oh, okay. Never! You can't bite it off. It's my anchor, my compass, my guiding light in the dark. It's got a compass built into it. I was legitimately surprised. I'd never heard of a penis that included a compass. So I grabbed onto it with both hands. Where's the compass? I asked. It's a metaphor, you moron, he screamed. It's not an actual compass. Well, then what's it for? Are you serious? He was getting really frustrated with me. Look, I just want to know where the compass is. Is that too much to ask? I said as I pulled his wang closer, trying to see if it would point north. For fuck's sake, why don't you just fucking relax? Jangles put his plow back in his loincloth. Forget it. The moon is ruined. Then he climbed off me. I'm too old for this shit anyway.
And so, strong single female remains.
Okay,
Strong
let me break
single
in.
female.
Anytime in the story where the character starts saying, "You idiot, it's a metaphor," or "You don't know what that is, what are you, stupid?" That's me actually telling the AI that. Because the AI has written something like, "His penis had a compass?"
So you have to correct the AI.
So no, actually I have a character tell the AI it's stupid and then explain what a metaphor is, or I mean, there's
Gotcha.
another one where in Brewery of the Dead, Dracula's going off because he has to explain to the character what a home is.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's a hobbit home.
Okay. Maybe you'll take the hint after little. He paused for dramatic effect. Torture! He grabbed the electro rip from his belt and switched it on. The whirring hum of electricity filled the air as he leaned over and began lashing my butt furiously. At first, it just tingled and it felt like those magic finger things at cheap motels. Then the chief yanked the lash back and forth as fast as he could, sending pulses of pain through my arms and legs like lightning strikes. Ow! Damn! I shouted, feeling my butt cheeks turn ruby red. You think that hurts? My last boyfriend's electric toothbrush was more painful than that toy. Oh my God, so now I get it. Oh, I'll bet. Bojangles' smile widened as he continued to use the electro whip on my backside. Wait until you see my electric toothbrush, you naughty girl. He chuckled.
Now you wish the Ferengi had this kind of capability, but alas.
He chuckled like a madman. It'll make your head spin. He whipped me hard across my ass, harder than even 1,000 electric toothbrushes. My backside tingled, and the shock waves were becoming more intense, burning like molten lava exploding from whatever it is lava explodes from.
The AI is at a loss to describe something happening.
Yes.
I couldn't help it. I had to tell him, your teeth, your molars, how often do you brush them?
This is all the AI, guys.
The chief pulled away and looked at me with a devilishly toothy grin. Ah, yes, my pearly whites. I take excellent care of my chompers. I brush my teeth 3 times a day. I'll bet. You eat your vegetables too, don't you? Absolutely. I'm a big salad fan, he boasted. I can make one with iceberg lettuce. What the fuck? Radicchio? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Romaine lettuce, spinach, and leaf lettuce or watercress. Wow, you can make a salad with watercress? I asked, impressed by his knowledge of vegetables. Watercress is one of my favorites, he said proudly. He added in his deep voice, watercress is a highly prized green leafy vegetable that is packed with vitamins and minerals. It is very rich in vitamin A. Okay.
Strangely, his love of vegetables will attract all sorts of crazy people from the city.
Again, at this point, I just let the computer write because I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I can tell this is all AI because this has gone off the rails. Oh, yeah, you're certainly not just saying that because you want to eat it yourself. That's right. It's also high in vitamin C, he said proudly. It helps our bodies fight off parasites. That's nice, I said in a sarcastic tone of voice as I rolled over to face him. I'm sure a dirty boy like you knows all about parasites. My heart jumped in joy. I wasn't going to die after all. No man with such good dental hygiene would be so brutal as to kill me with his meat plow. Hey, I said, looking back at the chief, how about you take me to a vegan cafe for lunch? If you wine and dine me, I think I might actually fall for you. My words seemed to make him reconsider everything. Would you want to visit my houseboat? It's pretty romantic there. Plus, we can eat veggies.
Dear God.
I know, right?
This is like the fever dream of like a crazy liberal lady. The guy he's built like a actual keto like primary meat guy, yet he's talking all vegetables. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you have a recipe for roasted cauliflower? I asked hopefully. I love cauliflower. No, he said as he caressed my backside with his strong hands, but I can make you my special marinara sauce. Then he kissed me hard on the lips. You will really love it if you like tomatoes. I do like tomatoes, yes, I said as I kissed him back hard on the lips. They're my favorite. And so Chief Bojangles took me to his houseboat for lunch after telling me about how he personally caned his ex-wife's butt. I personally caned his ex-wife's butt whenever she got on his nerves. After lunch, we went back to work, and Bojangles went back to torturing me with his electric toothbrush. That's when I knew I was in love. From then on, Chief Bojangles made sure that we had plenty of hot Italian food and cold Italian beer together on our dates. And soon enough, we were getting pretty cozy with each other and lived happily ever after. The end. Okay, number one, the AI is a racist.
Bojangles.
Holy shit. Every time I said that, I was like, we're going to get shut down.
Wait, is Bojangles a racist term?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Explain.
If I'm remembering blah blah blah. Sorry, now I can't talk. If I remember correctly, it was supposed to be mocking black entertainers. And here,
There's that song, Mr. Bojangles.
yeah, street performer, New Orleans.
Mhm.
Man, I vaguely remembered stuff about Bojangles, but that's also because my dad's from Louisiana. At home.
So yeah, it's a song by
The Nitty Gritty Dirty Band.
Jerry Jeff Walker.
It is, but it's about a street performer in New Orleans.
In jail
The
for public
homeless
intoxication.
Bojangles was a white who was white, had taken the pseudonym Bill Bojangles Robinson, a black entertainer. Oh, interesting. So it
Yeah.
was a guy that had taken a black name.
Mm-hmm.
He'd taken a black name, and I think he would perform in blackface.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why it's now a racist term.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now I've actually found that the computer is fairly racist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not surprised. I'm sure it's been completely corrupted by racism, and it's obviously every perversion on the planet.
What did they have that thing way back when where the AI went full on racist within like an hour of people feeding it suggestions?
Didn't it also pronounce it was God at
Something
one
like
point?
that.
Yeah.
No, since I've already sold 108 of these damn things, and I promised to follow up if I sold 50.
You too can put inputs for the AI. You too can do that.
Was doing another one, and it immediately inserted a very, very villainous, greedy lawyer named Dave Goldman.
Oh God. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
racist.
I just right off the bat.
Would you like a quest for gold? Yes.
And I mean, literally, it has the Goldman character saying, well, you know, us lawyers, we're not happy unless we're squeezing money out of somebody's bank account.
And so another villain was born.
Oh my goodness. That was a fun story. That was fun to actually read with having not read it. Just, yeah.
I knew nothing about the Bojangles thing other than I had heard it was a song.
Oh, I thought that you left that name in there on purpose because of that.
No, I just knew about that stupid song because my Uncle Richard was obsessed with it for a while, and he kept singing it, and then he started calling himself Bojangles, remember?
Yeah.
That was his screen name for a while.
Yeah.
Before he got into being the train engineer was his new name.
Yeah.
I thought you left it in to prove that the AI is trash because it's racist. That's why I thought it was in there.
I didn't even know. I seriously, I didn't even know.
Oh, no. Like, honestly, if anybody's going to get upset, no, we were proving how trash the AI is.
Oh, there's
For
other
real.
stories in there that are just
What?
as trashy.
Well, no, I got to admit, the one where Hitler is in it, I purposely put Hitler in it because what it was is it had written in this valiant Fabio type hero, and I thought it'd be funny to replace him with Hitler. So it kept talking about what, this dashing Hitler.
Actually, I was thinking of the Sparkle vampire story.
Yeah, okay, that one's racist. That one's like crazy racist.
I believe the line is like, It's like, oh, so vampires are all black now, huh? It's like, no.
Oh, is this the one called Blacklight?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where I basically I input it as a race swap to Twilight, where it was a white girl and a black vampire from the ghetto,
Oh
and the dad was a racist sheriff. And the shit the computer had the dad saying was just like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's
Because I had the daughter say, but daddy, Black Lives Matter. Now I input that, right, when they're
Mhm.
arguing. And the father writes back, the AI says, Black lives don't matter. They're as worthless as a dead dog by the side of a road.
no! Holy
oh my
shit!
God.
Oh my goodness!
No.
It's like, Jesus.
It's like, what have people been feeding you, AI? Jesus.
Oh, I'm sure
Oh.
within like the first hour of that AI going live, it had been fully corrupted.
Well, let me tell you, more than racism, what it's really corrupted with is just, it's like spitting out lewd shit constantly. If
Well-
anyone watched
Oh,
if anyone watched the show I did yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon, where we did a live writing with the audience, where I showed them exactly how those stories were written. I had inputted, one of them was for the next book. I had inputted the back book cover description from one of those Bigfoot love affair books. And so we put it in as the prompt. And I said, okay, well, that's the prompt. Now let's see what the AI says. And the first thing we've got is this big hairy cock, splitting a woman and her screaming and play. It's like, it was just filthy. And I'm like, okay, we're getting rid of this.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And it was like, it
Oh, boy.
constantly wants to veer towards just the raunchiest sex. And so whenever you force it not to, it gets really confused and puts out funny shit.
So instead of having the meat plow do its job, you corrected it and then it decided to become vegan in this last
Right.
story. Okay, that was
Exactly.
great.
Exactly. Because originally the computer wanted to rape her to death.
Oh my god.
Where he like
Oh.
fucks her till she dies was what the computer wanted.
Oh lord.
And
Oh,
keep in
Lord.
mind, these are primarily being written. I swear the primary audience for this thing who is using this program are women writing their own fanfic.
Oh
Oy.
god. And that scares me about women then. Ugh.
it's there have been other ones that were equally as grotesque, where it's just like, Christ. And it wouldn't spit this stuff out if a significant number of users weren't putting this shit in.
Also, you read the one where the office girl's delusional, right?
Yes.
Do you notice how at the end she gets all like power mad of like, I'm so beautiful now, I'm too good for the man?
Yeah.
That happens constantly with the AI. This theme of the chubby girl becomes beautiful, and suddenly she decides the man she's lusting after can just beg for it because she can fuck all the guys she wants.
Oh,
I noticed
God.
in the brewery of the undead, the main female character is also a chunky girl.
That comes up a lot.
Yeah, I'm starting to. I'm starting to see that a bunch of chunky, sex-craved, middle-aged women are writing their most perverse fantasies and corrupting an AI. Way to go, ladies!
Well, that, and I think a lot of younger girls. I mean, I hate to say it, but millennials and especially Zoomer females are fat.
Yeah, you
I
know
mean, it's
what?
not the men. I mean, it's weird here in Arizona. You'll see the men are all like normal, but you see a lot of these Zoomer kids, females, and they're just huge.
Good Lord.
Well,
Yeah, exactly. Good Lord, exactly.
Well, where we are, there's a difference. There's, the ones
Well,
that
the
are
Mormon
fat, and
the
then
Mormon
there's
girls are all hot.
Yeah, and then there's the Mormon girls because they're into sports.
Yeah, and they're all pretty attractive.
Well, I guess one thing Florida has going for it, most of the kids that are in their like 15 to 25 or so, they look pretty normal.
That's good. Yeah, it depends on where you are, but especially when you get close to the college, all the women are just land whales. The further away you get from the college, the less that is so.
Fat acceptance sucks. Being fat sucks. I should know it sucked. it's hell on your knees. It's hell on breathing. It's hell on everything in your body.
No, it sucks.
Mhm.
I'm still fighting my weight, and I fucking hate it. Like it's like I just yeah, it's gross.
Well, you said that you never quite bounced back from the pregnancy, right?
No, I didn't. It doesn't help also that I make my own alcohol, and I will enjoy a tipple now and then.
Well,
I've
the
given
thing is,
Steve and
yeah,
I
the
both the added
alcohol.
weight.
You're also not a bump on the log. I mean, you spent like 12 hours last weekend doing, kung fu. So,
Yeah, no, mine are, it's more medical for me, but it still fucking sucks. I don't like being heavy because I wasn't heavy before.
mhm.
And yeah, you feel it in your joints. I don't know why. I can't stand fat acceptance either. And I've had fat chicks ask me, why am I shaming them? Or, talking about fat shaming should happen when I'm fat myself. I'm like, I don't want to be this way. I want to be shamed. Like, you need to be shamed to be healthy.
You
So,
don't have
Mhm.
to do the whole entire keto diet, but if you can rustle up some of the recipes, like seriously, primary vegetables and protein, whether it's chicken, fish, or beef, and cut out a lot of the carbohydrates. Like not everything, you can still have some goodies here and there, but it, all the pre-processed stuff. Oh, and they lie about eggs. I eat at least one hard-boiled egg every other day. It's a good protein snack that shuts you up.
Eggs aren't
oh,
bad for you.
yeah, eggs are great for you. I totally, Steve and I make eggs and bacon or eggs and sausage for breakfast every weekend.
Mhm.
And I just cut out grains. I eat a lot of fruits and veggies, and I'm a carnivore, so I'll eat a lot of meat. It's good shit. And yes, feminism has destroyed everything. Raltz is right. We
Yes.
never should have been able to be reading. It's sad.
I thought you were in pretty good shape, Fiona.
Oh no, yeah, I definitely am. I'm in a lot better shape now, but no, I used to be 300 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I was a tobolard
Was that
at one
before or
point
after the military?
after the military.
Because, yeah, you said you were ripped in the military.
Yeah, military forced me to stay in shape, and I could eat what I wanted. But after the military, I kept eating what I wanted, but I didn't maintain, the exercise regimen.
Mm.
So yeah, it took a while. It took well over 2 years to lose all that weight.
I bet it did. Well,
And-
and congrats to you for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my knees don't dislocate anymore. Huzzah!
Oh,
Holy crap.
Yeah, because yeah, if you're like 5'4", 5'5", like I am, and you're like 300 pounds, that's hell on your body.
Oh my
Mm-mm.
God.
Don't do it.
So,
Don't get fat.
So getting back to tonight's topic,
The
which,
AI does better than Hollywood.
ROBOMANCER.
yeah. I want to
Stupid-
actually want to see a hentai of all this, but like without the
Oh my
sex.
God.
Stupid romances written by an idiot. I am looking forward to getting, I want all the people who have read it, I want them to leave gag reviews. I don't want serious reviews. I want them to be bizarre, nonsensical, funny. And we're going to read them on Monday, by the way. But yeah, if you leave a review on Amazon, it will be read Monday. But on the air, I am curious to hear honest opinions about whether it was entertaining or not.
Somebody said that this was better than the Paul Pelosi tape.
Wow.
I think I saw a couple of them. I've been seeing people say this is like the greatest stream.
Oh, well, what shit, there's no reason we couldn't do another.
I can read another.
I don't know about tonight, but we could definitely do another. I mean, the epic ones, I mean, the one that requires the idiot voice is the Office Woman.
Oh, that
But that one's epic.
that one is epic.
Brewery of the Undead's really short. So, I mean, we could do that one. The Day the Clown Cried, that one's bizarre.
I mean,
Dear God, but yeah, you guys got a lot more reviews on it. I'll have to try to catch up and put something tomorrow, but it'll probably confuse the ever living crap out of my Amazon algorithm. But who cares?
Well, I wouldn't mind reading Oh God, I think it was the day the clown cried one.
Oh, actually, the voice you used would be perfect because that character is supposed to be smart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then, of course, there's the epic one, the one that's just is the epic of the book, is Hitler, an alien, and a chubby girl walk into a love story, which is, I would have to say, hands down, the weirdest of them all. Would you agree, Kat? Or do you think the vegan toothbrush is the weirdest?
No, I think the Hitler one.
The Hitler one is by far the weirdest. I mean, it is so I can't even get into how bizarre that one is.
Then I'll have to see if that dethrones Anita Blake in the series of weird.
Honestly, I think that somebody who read Anita Blake's inputs helped influence that story.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Oh, the one about Hitler.
Yeah, because no, I don't want to ruin what happens. But yeah, I swear that one, it was because of Anita Blake fanfic that guided that one in the direction it went.
Yeah.
Because it got
Dear
strange.
negative reader. Stupid.
Oh, and also there is a quote at the beginning of the book that I think is very, very relevant to this entire thing.
Mm-hmm.
Shall you read it, Kat?
Sure. The trouble with computers, of course, is that they're very sophisticated idiots. And that's a quote from Tom Baker, Doctor Who, from 1975, the episode Robot.
Beep boop, take me to your leader.
Yep. K1.
K1?
K1. That's the name of the robot.
I don't think I've ever seen that episode.
You've never... Oh, we're going to have to fix that.
Okay. So
I love K1. That one's a great
okay,
episode.
guys, should we do one more? We can do one more. The Day the Clown Cried, which, yes, it is. I named it after that Jerry Lewis movie that has been vaulted.
Vaulted forever.
Because it's too bad. It is so horrible.
I swear, if they ever release it, I am buying it. I don't care how much it costs, and I am going to have a party.
John Carpenter was at a party where somebody had a bootlegged copy, and they put it on thinking it would be a laugh. And they said afterwards they all just felt really dirty and felt really uncomfortable. Like, you know what? I don't. Why do I have that in my brain? That
Why is it in my brain now?
he compared it to like drinking like toilet water or something. It was just like, you don't want to do it. You don't want.
You could weaponize it. We could weaponize it against.
They said they all left feeling very sorry for Jerry Lewis.
Oh man. But
Okay,
you know-
you guys are gonna. I've heard of this movie. Is that the one where he entertains for like children that are gonna die in concentration camps?
Yeah,
Yes.
but he entertains all the children before at a concentration camp before they're hauled into the gas chambers.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Yes.
Wait,
It's-
isn't Jerry Lewis Jewish?
Yes, it proved that
No.
they will exploit the Holocaust for anything.
Yeah.
Oh
mean,
my
seriously.
gosh!
If they're not going to take the Holocaust seriously, should I? Honestly.
oh my.
So anyway, wait, seriously, JC?
They're gonna start doing
Oh my
screenings.
gosh!
Oh dear God.
Mm.
JC has
Oh.
suggested I actually get the synopsis to that movie and merge it with Ilsa She-Wolf of the SS and see what the AI
Oh
writes.
dear
Oh god.
Oh yes, do it.
You know what?
What?
I don't know. Okay. Do screenings of it? I don't want to be in a theater of strangers with that film. I'd rather have a group of my friends over with booze
Lots of booze.
and pizza. You know?
Now I want pizza. Okay, so shall we do The Day the Clown Cried?
Sure.
Sure. Kat, do you want to read? My voice is kind of.
Well, if your voice is giving out,
I
should-
kind of want to read it because it says West Virginia. I'm already like, all right, dude, math.
Well, do you want to save it for maybe Monday?
I can do that. I
Yeah,
had
let's
fun
see.
reading it, or reading, cold reading, I guess. I love the AI art for it, though. The chick with the saggy boobs and the clown face, that is gold.
that is, yeah. Wait till you get the hard copy that you ordered because there's a lot more art in it.
I know, I can't wait. Like I said, it comes tomorrow.
Vegan electric toothbrush.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna read it before we go on tomorrow for Pathfinder.
Yeah, nice. I'm so looking forward to that game.
Oh, I know. We left off. I was completely face down, shit faced, while guys were robbing my hospice, if I remember correctly. And Curl, your character Cat, was still recovering from your pit fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Clams had just got a possessive girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yep.
But actually, Kat, considering how short this one is, do you want to do it?
What am I reading?
Brewery of the Undead.
Sure. Do I need to do the vapid voice for this one?
Yeah.
Okay. No. That's fine. I want to be, prepared.
Okay, last story of the night. The Brewery of the Undead. Prompt.
Angie's indentured servitude is nearly complete, and liberation is a heartbeat away. That is until some big hunky alien dude buys her because he is in need of a nanny. What the fuck? Angie can't believe it. She's not even good with kids. And diapers? She's never changed a diaper in her life. But the indenturing agency won't listen. It seems every alien stud wants a human nanny these days, they say. Hooray for Angie.
This author obviously doesn't know how indenturing works.
Okay, this is written in third-person perspective, right?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, I gotta do a bunch of voices. Okay, I'm not good with voices except for a few.
I'll try and do the male voices then.
Okay.
So go.
It's the first day of Angie's new indenturing, and she's having a panic attack. Stuck on a strange desert world, trapped inside an alien warlord's palace, she finally meets her new boss, Crunk Trogdor. He looks like Satan himself. He's utterly terrifying with big pointy horns, gleaming red skin, and glinting gold-clipped claws. He's even got a barbed tail, a forked tongue, and can breathe fire. And this is the guy who wants her to nanny his children. Who is this guy? The Antichrist? Oh, Jesus, did I go to hell? Angie squeaks. Or did the agency just sell me to the devil? Crunk chuckles.
Nah, I'm not Satan. I'm the guy who bought you. Now you're my personal slave nanny.
But you look like Satan.
He grins. You think so? Well, that's what makes me such a great daddy. Kids love Satan.
Kids? What do you mean, kids?
My brood, Crunk said, stepping closer to Angie. They're the most beautiful little monsters God's ever created. They'll be coming over soon to meet their new nanny.
Your kids? As in plural?
Angie squeaked again.
Of course, Crunk replied. And don't worry. I'm sure you'll take very good care of them. Now get out of those clothes before they arrive. I have some more appropriate clothes for you to wear. Tell me, human, what is the dress size you wear?
Angie instantly felt self-conscious, tinged with embarrassment.
I wear a size 16?
Crunk smiled. Ah, quite the big girl, aren't you, Angie? Tell me, what are your measurements?
Angie really didn't want to say.
I'm 54, 30, 37, and 5'4". My bra size is...
She paused, her face turning red.
I'm a 40 double G.
Ah, perfect. I'll have one of the palace seamstresses have your outfit ready by the end of the day. Now allow me to show you to your quarters. Now we'll go up to the top.
Angie was horrified at the sight of her new bedroom. It looked like something straight out of a horror movie. The walls were covered in blood-red wallpaper with gory images of torture and mutilation all over them. The bed was made of bones and the comforter was tanned human flesh. There were no windows, just a small door at the far side which led to a bathroom. The air was tinged with the scent of brimstone.
This is my bedroom?
Angie shuddered.
It sure is, Crunk said with pride. I had it decorated especially for your comfort and safety.
Are you sure you're really not Satan? This looks a lot like hell.
Crunk laughs. Nah, my bedroom looks like a slice of heaven. I decorated your room This way, I decorated your room this way only.
He pats the bed.
God, that was a weird wording.
Yeah.
Feel free to take a nap if you like. You should get some beauty rest.
My beauty rest is in my own bed on Earth.
Angie replies with a shiver of fear as she sits on the bed and hides under the covers.
Oh, but this will be your bed from now on, Crunk says says softly with a glint in his eyes. You'll find everything you need here. And if it isn't, I'll go get it for you. Like video games. Do you want a gaming system?
Like some food?
No problem. I'll have the barbecue master grill you something. All meals will be delivered to you here in your room. I hope you like raw meat.
What about ice cream?
Angie was suddenly hopeful.
Crunk chuckled. Ice cream is for humans. We only eat the finest meats. Raw meat is the best kind of meat. Do you eat raw meat?
Raw meat? Angie said. Like steak tartare?
No, we only eat human meat.
What?
Crunk belted out a deep belly laugh. Don't fret, little human. You won't starve. You'll grow you'll grow strong and healthy, eating nothing but raw meat and human babies.
What?
You may have some weight on you now, but I like them real big. Real big. So I'll have to fatten you up some, Crunk said with a wave of his claw. Now, if you please follow me, I have some other things to do.
For you to do.
You're not going to, eat me, are you?
Angie was trembling now, truly fearing for her life.
Not in a bad way, Crunk replied, stroking his groin.
No!
Angie screamed. She bolted from the room, running down the hallway, crying and sobbing until she found herself outside the front entrance of the palace.
Help! Somebody! She called out. Please help me! Somebody save me! I've been captured by Satan!
Crunk watched Angie flee and shook its head. My, that girl's sure got spirit. She'll make a wonderful addition to the family. I'll have to keep an eye on her, though. One of the castle guards stepped into the room. Want me to go fetch her, sir? Yeah, go take her back inside. Lock her up in the dungeon. No problem, boss. The guard charged up his chalk prod and ran after Angie.
Angie had never been in a real-life dungeon before, nor had she ever felt so scared and alone. She was locked in a cell with bars that were too small for her to pass through, and nothing but a filthy bucket on the floor by her feet for her to relieve herself in. Angie spent the next few days locked up. The food was awful. Also, Angie was visited daily by Crunk, who would talk endlessly about his kids. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, as well as a few dozen gremlins. He'd brag about them incessantly until Angie was ready to scream in frustration.
I hate those kids! How many times do I have to tell you that?
Angie shouted at Crunk.
I don't want any kids! I'd rather die than raise children!
I can hardly believe that, Crunk said with amusement. Everybody loves kids.
Well, I don't. They're just gross and smelly.
You don't want to nanny my kids, Crunk said with hurt feelings? Then I'll just have to leave you alone down here until you change your mind. And then he left.
Time passed. Angie had no idea how long. Days, weeks. She began to lose track of the passage of time. All she knew was that she had no clue why this horrible devil man would keep her prisoner.
Okay, let's go up to the top. The next page. Oh, sorry. I know, we're all excited, aren't we?
Then one day, someone came to see her. A man dressed in black leather with a long flowing cape. His face was hidden behind a mask. He didn't look at all like the devil people she had seen around this place.
Hey, doll, you look like you're in a rough spot, the mysterious man quipped.
What do you want?
Angie asked, her voice shaking.
I'm here to rescue you, he said.
Rescue me? Angie said in surprise. Why would you do that?
Don't worry your little head about it, he said with a wink. Let's go. He grabbed her arm and dragged her out of the cell into the hallway of the palace before she could further protest.
At least tell me your name,
she demanded.
My name's Vlad Tepes, but you can call me Count Dracula, the mysterious man replied. You look very thirsty. Would you like a beer? I made it myself.
And then
Vlad
this
pulled a
episode-
shiny can of beer out from under his cape.
No, thank you. Angie was too terrified for beer. The two of them continued to wander down the halls of the palace until they came to an antechamber where Vlad stopped and said,
Oh, where? Point.
"There."
This is where they keep all my dead wives.
He pointed to an image of two dead, white-faced women laid out on the stone tablets.
It really pisses me off that Crunk won't let me bury them. He's kind of a dick that way. Anyway, we can't stop here. We'll get caught if we don't keep moving.
He dragged Angie down several more halls before they reached a wooden door with an iron bolt sunken into it. This door was set into a wall that appeared to be solid stone and was completely hidden from view until Vlad knocked on it and said,
Hello? Hello? Are you in there?
those were the special magic words to open the door.
There's a secret.
Sorry.
Not to be confused.
Hello? Hello? Are
One,
you in
two,
there? Open
3, 4,
sesame.
5.
There's a secret tunnel under the castle, Vlad said. Follow me.
She followed him into the darkness, only to find herself in a giant subterranean brewery. Scroll up.
Okay. Hold on.
And there you go. In the corner was a single cot and a desk. There was also a huge vat in the corner that held thousands of gallons of beer. It was being pumped out of the vat by some kind of pump. The
Yes,
whole
that pump.
brewery appeared to be designed to be completely self-sufficient. The two of them walked in and sat at a table beside a giant refrigerator.
This is my laboratory and brewery of darkness, Vlad said. I keep it stocked with the finest ingredients for making my own brand of beer. I call it Vlad's Dark Beer.
He pulled out a long neck bottle from under his cape and handed it to Angie with a smile on his face. Angie took it. She popped it open with her thumb and took a pull from it. Then she wiped her mouth. It was warm as hell. "What is this stuff?" she said.
I told you already. It's dark beer, he replied with a grin. Dark beer are best enjoyed while listening to Les Miserables or Les Miserables or to watching The Sound of Music.
Angie gave him a sour look and took another pull from the bottle, this time taking it all in one gulp. She continued to drink from the bottle while she scrunched up her face. Then she gave Vlad a good scolding at his choice of music. "It's just awful. You just can't listen to music like that while drinking beer. You need to listen to music I like." She finished off the bottle of beer and slammed the empty bottle onto the table. "You can't make good beer without good music."
All right, smartass. What kind of music do you like? Vlad snapped back. Now, keep in mind, at this point, I'm Vlad. These are my responses to the computer. All right, smartass. What kind of music do you like? Vlad snapped back. And stop drinking my beer.
"I like DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince," Angie said with satisfaction as she drained her second glass of dark beer in 2 seconds flat. She pulled out another empty bottle and began pouring herself another pint right then and there.
You know what? Vlad said. I think it's time I take you back home. I'm sure you want to go home, right?
Huh?
Did I stutter? Yes, home. As in the place you live. Geez, are you as stupid as you are fat? Vlad said, exasperated.
What do you mean?
Okay, let me scroll up. This is me arguing with the computer now. Fuck, you are a dumbass sack of hammers. You know that? You're dumber than fracking dirt. Do I need to explain what a home is to you?
Angie shook her head. "I don't know."
Okay then. Home is a place where you sleep at night. It's also the place where your family lives.
Angie thought for a moment before asking, "Where is my family's home?"
You mean your mother? You mean where is your mother, your father, your brothers and sisters?
"Yes." Angie shook her head again.
How the bleeding hell would I know? I'm just the guy who saved you. It's not like I know your personal address or family tree. I was just trying to help a girl out. Vlad shook his head in annoyance. Look, you're too stupid to live, girl. I'm just going to have to eat you for dinner and put the audience out of its misery. Seriously, you're a terrible protagonist.
"I'm not a protagonist," Angie cried. "I'm the damsel in distress." The AI really did say that.
My God.
Vlad nodded in agreement as he pulled out an enormous double-action revolver from under his cape and started loading it with bullets before he turned back to Angie with an evil grin on his face.
You most certainly are. He aimed the gun at her head and said, "Now, if you don't mind, I have work to do."
I don't mind at all, Angie said with a big grin on her face. Blam! The blast from the bullet slammed into Angie's head and popped it like a balloon. Confetti flew everywhere. Vlad pumped countless bullets into Angie's head until he was certain she was dead. Then he popped a beer. He took a sip from his favorite brew while he watched Angie's lifeless body sprawled across the floor in front of him.
What a frackin' chicken head, he muttered. The end.
That was such a good ending.
You are the weakest protagonist. Goodbye.
Oh, that was good. Horrible wants to know if the AI broke the fourth wall, or was that you, Ishi?
Oh, no, I broke the first wall originally, saying you're a horrible protagonist. And then the AI answered back, "I'm not the protagonist, I'm the damsel in distress." But yeah,
Oh, that was
anytime you're in
good.
this book where you have the character telling another character they're a complete moron and explaining the obvious, that's me trying to tell the computer it's stupid.
Well, the computer kept getting into these loops where it would ask stupid questions like, what is a home?
Yeah, what is a home? It's like, well, what?
That explains a lot about seek medical help, please.
Yeah, definitely. Because, yeah, the jerk boss who kept telling her, like, look, that's not what I said, or you need help, or...
Oh, I loved that part.
I don't know, we could do this
She
again
wasn't even a
next week.
proper damsel in distress. Usually they have to be winnable, or at least, let's see, how shall we put this? Grade A quality to cause motivation.
Well, everyone, what do you think? Those are 3 samplings from what you'll get in ROBOMANCER, which is free until midnight right now on Kindle.
Mhm.
Link in the description.
So 1 more hour, actually, by our clock.
Yeah. Wash hands, wash hands.
Oh, God.
Unclean. I'm picturing our little ratties when they're doing the furious washing.
What's a paladin? Samuel screaming.
There you go. You need that looped.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah. That kind of gets into that sort of insanity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And now everything will be blue.
By the way, the whole thing about Dracula having a brewery under the castle was the computer's idea. Or that it was Dracula at all. It was Dracula. The computer threw Dracula in. What?
Let's roll with it.
And Dracula offered her a beer.
It's like, okay.
Oh man. But no, what I find hilarious is like so many of these people think the damsel in distress is an insult to people, and it's like, no, have you seen Deja Thoris? She's pretty damn smart.
Yeah.
And so is Duvia and quite a few other people he introduced, where it's like he made some just as many fierce women as he did guys in that series. Hello.
Okay, hold on. Somebody said the review just went up.
Oh Lord.
I think Harble said review finally posted.
What's your what name are you posting under on Amazon so I can find it? Because it doesn't seem to be posting these chronologically, even though it claims you can search that. Dracula versus Doc Savage. How many copies do you sell before we get an audiobook? The thing is, I was kind of impressed by the both of you reading. I think you two could do it with a decent...
I could totally
I'll do it. Yeah, that would be fun.
I mean, we just need decent recordings.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I suppose we could do it when you're here.
Oh, in
Janelle.
April? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be down.
Okay, C. Hogan. Oh, this is it. Here's his. Holy crap! This is a bit epic. You want to read Harble's review?
This author makes words do horrible things, and no one is stopping him. This book contains words, many words forced into horrible, bizarre combinations for the amusement of that Svengali.
Yeah.
Yep. Of the written word, Richard Steele. From the wolf sandwich of the opening tale, Raiders of the Lost Virgin, to the lucky cactus of Seek Medical Help Please, to the alien opie science of the dizzying Hitler, an alien, and a chubby girl. I have in reading this book watched perfectly normal, decent words being forced into combinations that stagger and repel the human mind. In ROBOMANCER, words are forced to dance and cavort in a hypnotic, macabre pavine. Okay, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly. At the very limits of eroticism. Thanks to Richard Steele and his positively inhuman mastery of the English language, I no longer understand the difference between transcendent art and utter trash. In fact, reading this book has opened my third eye to the we should have probably waited to read this on Monday.
Oh, we're going to read these all on Monday again.
Okay. To the unelectable,
elucidatable,
that such distinctions are meaningless. Where once I could opine upon matters of taste and style in the salons of the wealthy and wise, now there is only the rubbing, the slithering of the words on words, the promiscuous interactions of frictives,
explosives,
plosives,
yeah,
plosives, and poor misused vowels. This book is not meant for the human mind. What has been seen cannot be unseen. The horror. The horror. A literary tour de force. 7 stars out of 5.
That's great. That was a good one. Oh, man. Yeah. Well, it is a bizarre experiment that seems to have bore fruit.
I was going to say, Harble's is very loquacious in his review.
Right now we're standing at number 26 in romance anthologies.
What? How damn!
And yesterday it was at 11. I'm going to repeat that again. Yesterday it was at 11.
Yeah.
In romance anthologies.
I think you did open Pandora's box. I truly do.
I really hope this turns into a complete shit show and a troll that won't end. I mean, the romance genre and all these supernatural and urban fantasy and sci-fi romances that continually invade searches should be punished. Mm-hmm. And this is my punishment upon it. If they're going to invade, if I search for Highline and have to get all this crappy sci-fi romance shit in the search, and if some of you out there search fantasy and instead get that crappy Anita Blake shit, they need to get this in their searches.
Uh-oh, I think Fiona broke.
Oh no.
Yeah, you hate those, don't you?
You can't escape it because it's still in the darn sponsored areas where it shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Uh-huh. Oh, because everybody and their brother, it's like, oh, romance is too overbloated. We have to add other words to it to get it out of romance. So then other places get overbloated, and then where does the romance have to go?
The thing is, I once did a search for the history behind the Rosenberg trial, Ethel and Julius Rosenberg, who gave the secrets of the bomb to the Russians. I was looking for a book on that trial. In the search, I got fucking porn.
What?
I got porn and romance.
Ew! That's fucking gross.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Why would a romance, urban fantasy piece of shit thing pop up in a search for history?
Because historical erotica romance, like the
naughty spies and
God, what was it?
being caught.
What's the time traveling thing where the World War One lady nurse like that thing was like a big show at one point, but
Oh, the Outlander.
yeah, like
He was
that
a
sort
World
of
War II nurse.
yeah, like shit like that though. It ends up in searches that it shouldn't end up in. Heaven help us.
Well, see, Edming is mad love. You just have to figure out how to abuse it correctly. I've actually learned some of the programming settings on this, and once you figure out how to set it, you start getting it to actually produce coherent sentences. And I will say, in all honesty, because the writing was pretty bad, we went through and polished it up some. So, like certain words, we were really tired of. It kept wanting everyone to either laugh or cry things out or said. So sometimes we would change it to shout or sob or shriek.
Bellow.
I think its favorite word was cock.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
God. Yeah.
Well, I told you what I did with that.
Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
just you can make people do other things like bellow, grimace,
Right.
And it does not know how to write male protagonists.
No.
It does not know how to write male protagonists.
I will admit I'm experimenting with trying to get it to write a real story, and I can't really say much. You should do an AI story where the Rosenbergs seduce Joseph McCarthy and Roy Combs in the style of an erotic spy thriller.
Ooh.
Frankly, Joe McCarthy got a little too crazy. Even though he was right, he went overboard. But frankly, I would like to unleash him on the Rosenbergs. Those fuckers. Seriously.
Maybe you should start feeding it lines from really old style pulps and see what happens.
That's not a bad idea.
Because the old style pulps do have a fair amount of stoic male characters. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe by osmosis it might learn something.
Which AI are you using?
Well, I don't really want to teach it to write correctly. I prefer corrupting it. Frankly, I prefer corrupting it. Yes, I am experimenting, trying to see if I can get it to tell a proper story that isn't insane and not really getting much success. But ultimately, I'm kind of glad that I'm helping corrupt this thing.
You're contributing to the delinquency of an AI.
And deep down, there's somewhere in me that hopes that there's some desperate middle-aged fat wife out there writing her fanfic and rubbing it out, and then suddenly something that I had inputted into the AI influences a bizarre comment, like wolf meat sandwiches.
Yes.
Would you like a different kind of keto diet?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh man.
So what AI are you using?
I'm using Novel AI.
Okay, Novel AI. I'm looking this up.
And that was the one I picked because that was actually the most robust and user-friendly one that was in an affordable range. Most of them were just complete garbage, and if I had published anything out of them, you guys was just said, no, whatever. This isn't even entertaining. It's just stupid. But this one can write coherently. It just doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
And I suddenly, with experimenting, because, I wanted to know, okay, this is what Hollywood and New York wants to replace writers with. Let's take a look at the technology. And I'm not afraid. But it was mainly, I just wanted to learn about the technology and see what it was really capable of. And I found that feeding it bizarre information and seeing how far I could push it was far more amusing than I ever imagined. I could not imagine just how fun it was pushing it into bizarre directions that it didn't want to go. It kept wanting to write porn, so it would force it to write something else.
I would
Or-
probably want to feed it like funny lines from movies I like what is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
Well, for instance, I typed in ROBOMANCER book review for the prompt, right? So now I have a quote from novel AI beta. I don't know, entrepreneur. Is that it? Entrepreneur AI model.
Mhm.
So we have novel AI beta actually gave me a pull quote for this book. So it's on Amazon. It says, hear what others have to say about ROBOMANCER. ROBOMANCER is a great read. It's one of those books you can't put down until it's finished. And then when you're done, you want to start it all over again right away. Novel AI beta.
There you go.
My
I also
goodness.
have the author bio for Richard Steele, written by the AI. Okay. And this was the prompt I put in. Author, world traveler, and general lover of life. Now the computer starts.
Richard Steele is a man who knows how to live. He's been everywhere from the Amazon rainforest to the Arctic Circle, and he always seems to have an interesting story to tell about his travels. Though he's never married or had children, he has many friends, some of whom are even willing to call him uncle, and he enjoys spending time with them whenever possible.
Now I pick it back up. Just like Richard's novels, this bio was generated by AI. The truth is, Richard is the creation of a best-selling romance novelist who wanted to prove a point. When Skynet tries to write romance and erotica, the results are hilarious.
The
And
most
the
mysterious
image
man.
of him is also computer
Yeah,
generated.
and the image is also computer generated.
I just like the fact that he all of a sudden became the most interesting man in the world from, what was it, the Dos Equis commercials?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
that kind of is what it is, isn't it?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But yeah, the weird line. Some even call him uncle.
that's kind of skeevy though.
Yeah, it's like, what? Huh? There's another quote that it recently gave me, and I'm really wondering. I'm weighing whether or not I should put it in the review, because I actually tried it to get the AI to review the book a few times, and one of them said, "Oh God, where did I put it?" There's somewhere, I don't remember where I put it, but I took a note. It said, I didn't think anyone would want to read a romance where the protagonist has no penis, but I was surprised.
So Chad Hemingway doesn't reel?
So yeah, anyway, yeah, I think we've been on for 2 hours, and I think we've given people a very good sense of what a shit show this is.
Oh my.
All right, ladies, especially Fiona, since you have a special hatred for romance novels, or torso books as you call them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, the floating apps are everywhere, invading every system. Run!
So what do you think, Janelle, now that you've gotten a taste?
I love it. It's so off the wall and stupid. It's like people should definitely be assured that actual human writers aren't going anywhere.
Nah.
Yeah. Like I said, the writer for your novel, the AI is a horny racist AI.
Yes, and you know what? Part of me kind of hopes Hollywood does start using AI to write the movies.
I'd actually pay to see the Raiders of the
Disaster.
Lost Virgin. Yes,
Yeah, just
I would pay
imagine
to
the
see that.
disaster.
Actually, it could usher in the second golden age of porn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My god.
Well, thank you for joining us, everyone. Hope you laughed as hard as we did. And even if you don't get the free version, which I think is going to be expiring in
Very soon.
very, very
In
soon,
45 minutes.
to get it on Kindle, it's only 99 cents. And if you're a Kindle Unlimited reader, you still can read it for free.
Mm-hmm.
So, this exists to entertain. I've said it again and again and again. there's too much serious shit out there. Everything's depressing. Everything's political. I wanted something that was just meaningless, stupid, and fun to laugh at. Something just to relax, sit back, and you don't have to think about it. Because there isn't enough humor anymore.
Agreed.
No, there's not.
I have to look to little independent creators, even with gaming, to find games that are just want to be happy little games and do awesome little things. Like I have to look at AA and lower to find actual optimism or hopeful endings.
Yeah.
Play Greedfall. Seriously. Spiders has finally mastered their combat system. It's not as clunky as Technomancer, even though I like Technomancer. But no, Greedfall actually has what I term a golden ending. You can work towards a golden ending to actually have everything work out for the most part. There's still a little bit of tragedy in it, but for the most part, they stick the landing where Mass Effect 3 fell on its ass and slipped down a crater and died.
Well, tragedy is perfectly fine. It's just the idea of bleak hopelessness that I have a problem with.
Yeah, and Greedfall doesn't leave you with a sense of hopelessness at all.
I mean,
it's like, thank you, Jesus.
I mean, if you're going to struggle and fight against all odds, wouldn't you like to see someone overcome? Seriously.
Yeah.
You see humanity win out, that somebody's humanity survives the trial.
You didn't want to watch the trailer?
That wasn't a real trailer.
That was because it was a commercial.
Oh, that was a commercial?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so Fiona, you played Technomancer? Because I played Mars Warlogs, but I couldn't get into Technomancer.
Well, I played Technomancer before I played some Mars Warlogs, even though it's both in the same setting. But Technomancer is the clunkier version of Greedfall's combat system, which is that's okay. Greedfall is actually where they really hit their stride everywhere, and I can understand now why there are other publishers having them do like a sequel prequel for that series. So but what was really clunky though was like, what was Spider's other game, Bound by Flame? Like, my god, the combat in that one is super clunk.
So it's a Mass Effect style game, but the setting appears to be
1600s?
Renaissance France?
Kind of like that, but it does its politics of that setting rather than some allusions to our world at all. It's all of it is like the faction politics of that setting. It doesn't make any like a big statement about whatever's happening in our world. It's like, no, it's just self-contained. It's like more games need to do that. It's like, I can understand if you have politics in your game in terms of that settings politics, but don't drag our stupid current year bullshit into it.
Well, if you do that, it immediately dates the story and it will expire.
Yeah. So Greedfall will actually have a more how you say it, like eternal kind of story, because it does hit certain kinds of like story beats that you're looking for, but it's not there to subvert your expectations. Nope. Thank God.
Yeah, I think what people want, they want to go back to the hero's journey, the epic arc,
I also recommend that Divine Cybermancy thing. That thing is fucking tripping balls. Like, what?
What is something cybermancy?
Divine Cybermancy. Like, God, here, let me see if I can find it on Steam. But yeah, it's kind of like the precursor to what those guys were trying.
You said it didn't work as well?
It's like that was a different company, I think. But here, I got the link on for.
Well, I'm looking at the game right now.
Struum on Studio was the publisher.
Yeah, so there's that. But yeah, that thing was pure insanity. I don't even know what to make of it, but it was pure insanity. Like,
I think the last game I played where I felt like the ending was earned and it really had a very human message was Metro Exodus. Yeah, it's dark as fuck and it is a struggle to walk through or that you fight through. But man, that ending was so damn impressive that it was suddenly everything was worth it. You realize everything you fought for and lost was worth it. So anyway, well, again, let's call it a night.
Oh, before we
No.
go, just Elias said something really cool that pertains to what we've been talking about.
Thanks, chat. Thank you guys for making tonight better and fun. I really mean it. Thank you. Too much black pills everywhere. I agree, actually.
Yep.
Exactly. All right. And hey, tell people, we're going to leave this up. So tell people about this cast. Tell them it's a laugh riot.
Mm-hmm.
Good night.
Good
Night.
night.
Bye.